What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction? It's all Athearn all over the place, starting with the ready-to-roll family and SD40-2s, and also one SD39, more on that later. Developed from the predecessor SD40, which had appeared 6 years prior, the EMD SD40-2 debuted in 1972 and featured a modular electronics suite for easier maintenance and better engine management. A direct competitor to the General Electric C30-7, the SD40-2 and its 3,000 horses were far from the most powerful locomotives of their time, but the rugged reliability and respectable fuel economy of their 16-645 E3 diesel blocks ultimately carried the day, and they became the second most mass-produced locomotive in history, just barely being edged out by the EMD GP9 in that race. And as you've probably noticed, a few of these units are somewhat special, boasting commemorative and/or promotional paint schemes. Tribute being duly paid to charitable organizations, veterans, and one of the more effective rail safety programs in modern memory. And then there's the aforementioned SD39. Built on the same frame as the 40 and sharing a common cab, trucks, traction motors, main generator, and braking system, the only real difference was in the engine block itself, which had 12 cylinders versus the SD40's 16. This sacrificed 700 horsepower, but netted a much improved fuel economy, a worthy trade-off for many cash-strapped railroads. This particular example is one of several such locomotives modified by the Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railway for remote operation, with applicable warning labels and lights marking it as such. Features include cut levers and MU hoses on the end sills, windshield wipers, working ditch lights and rooftop beacons, where applicable, freestanding wire grab irons, flywheel drive mechanisms, and economy decoders with full digital control and sound effects. And beyond that, we've got several new options in ready-to-rolling stock. First up, 57-foot mechanical reefers. Capable of holding colder temperatures more consistently than their ice-based counterparts, mechanical refrigerator cars first appeared in frozen cargo service in the early 1960s, and quickly migrated into all other areas of perishable cargo transport. Second-generation cars such as these, built by Pacific Car and Foundry, improved upon the efficiency and reliability of earlier cars, and thanks to extensive rebuilding programs, many remain in service today. Built with prototype-specific stenciling of key data, knuckle couplers, metal wheels, optimized weighting, and honestly, the most realistic see-through grillwork effect I've ever seen on a model that's not actually see-through. And this is followed by 50-foot high-cube waffle boxcars. So named for their grid-like exteriors, these cars first appeared in the late 1960s and instantly proved popular with both railroads and shippers. Noted for their larger capacity over older cars, they also featured a modular load restraint system of folding panels that could be locked into place using the distinctive rectangular pockets on their sidewalls. But some of us aren't really into intersecting lines for various reasons, and for them there's the more plain vanilla 50-foot plug door boxcars. The quintessential journeyman haulers of the railroad world, plug door boxcars with their insulated interiors are ideal for hauling climate-sensitive cargoes that don't quite qualify as perishable. Canned goods and paper products are both prime examples. First appearing in the 1960s, many such cars remain in service today, although most are currently approaching the end of their projected service lives. In addition to knuckle couplers and metal wheels, all ready-to-roll products feature optimized weighting and prototypical paint application. And finally, there's Athearn's Roundhouse line, who has chemical tank cars on offer. Based on a 1950s era design, such cars are typically associated with the trackside presence of heavy industry. And although most have since been supplanted in their intended role by larger, more modern cars, many of these old-timers continue to soldier on in maintenance of way service, or as training cars, touring the country teaching emergency responders how to properly deal with hazardous material spills. Built with a feature suite that includes contoured RP25 metal wheels, wireform handrails, knuckle couplers, and other separately applied detail parts, these cars offer affordable realism to fit any budget. But of course, that's far from the end of things, as new merchandise shipments continue to arrive every week. So drop on by sometime and see what else is new at Rogers Railroad Junction today.